I'm changing my mindset. Higher mind, you get with my synapses, with my memory, y'all figure it out. I'm going about my day. Just allow the keys to just pop up, if you will. It'll be winter for you, winter for me, no headache for anybody, okay? Not sure if it would work or not. But I vowed that to myself when I was in the office through the final drawer, and I walked in to get a cup of coffee, and where are my keys? They're right next to the microwave.
Continuing the conversation with Gary Wimmer, getting into that precog stuff, those flashcards, and what about the future?
The power of the spiritual, psychic, non-physical world is unlimited. Time and space has its repercussions. There's no going back. There's only one direction of time. We're stuck with genes. We're stuck with history. But that's life in time and space. However, in infinite mind, and this is the most fascinating thing I experienced, everything is connected. There's no separation. Every thought, every action, every molecule, every possibility, every multi-universe is all in infinite mind. And really, it's not manifested because it's just a thought. But here in time and space where we exist, it looks manifested because it is, and physics says it is, and so forth. But we're just really a thought. The whole universe is a thought of the infinite mind. It seems pretty rock solid and physical, and it is, but infinite mind, there's no limit to how many universes and possibilities it can create. A, and B, most interesting, we can tap into it. It takes practice. It takes faith. It takes giving yourself a chance to become fearless, believing it's possible. Because if you want to hit a home run, don't think it's impossible. Get up there with a big bat and a big attitude and believe it's possible. It may or may not happen, but your chances are 90 to 10. You will succeed if you put yourself in the right attitude. Give yourself the right to succeed. Practice. Have faith. We got enough crap to worry about, folks. Think about what you can do on the power side.
In your stones, you have one that was designated for magic. How does that one apply?
The magic stone is like timing. Where it appears in a reading and the direction it points tends to indicate, well, like all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, everything's in play. You've set yourself up for a return to magic and timing in your life. That's sort of what that stone represents.
I asked that because I was helping my mom deal with getting a different vehicle. And the day that we stepped out the door, right there beside my car was this little arrangement of sticks. And it seemed to indicate a touchdown going straight through the bars. And I thought, okay, this is a positive sign. There was no way I could have created this design. And it was right at on the passenger side door on the ground. And I'm like, wow. So for me, those kinds of symbols and indications from my guides, companions, advisors, monitors are very helpful and also surprising. I was just floored because for me that was a sign, okay, everything's going to work out. Just keep, it's touchdown. Does that make sense?
Absolutely makes sense, Wendy. First of all, second of all, we get that more than we even realize. The universe is always talking to us through symbolism. I happen to see that full volume, full blast. Thank God it's down to about 99% off right now, so I can plug into the 1%. And that's plenty. But, our infinite mind, our creativity, there's no limit to it. But we are caught in time and space with limitations and genes and history. But that's fine. It's what we do from this moment forward. It's how much we grow. It's how much we allow ourselves to grow and believe. I'm not sure I responded to your comment, but I was trying to.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Did you see anything about past lives in your reconnecting there to the spirit plane? Did you see anything about?
Yeah, I saw connections to past lives. I'll mention two things. The lady who Alice Warhol, the lady who taught me lithomancy, we became friends, and she, probably over the 30, 40 years I've known her, there's about 15 or 20 different people I've asked her about with past lives, whether they're, lovers, friends, family, partners, musicians, strangers, whatever. And every time she mentioned a person, she'd tell me about my relationship with that person in a past life. And the particular segment she talked about had a lot to do with what I was going through in this life with the person. A mirror image, a compensation, a workaround, the other side of it, the clearing out. So she told me a lot about these past lives. When I went through my near-death experience, they almost appeared like a bunch of real fast blink, 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 blink. So I didn't hover around them much. I kind of went through them, confirmed that I have been there and everybody has been there. And I don't think we have any idea how many past lives we've had. We've had many, many, many more than we even believe. And the irony of the situation is all my past lives, all your past lives, every atom, every molecule, if we all summed it up together, it would just be infinite mind seeing itself in infinite ways. Mm-hmm. So your past lives and my past lives are really the same. You experienced yours, I experienced mine, but infinite mind experiences all of them, and we're connected to it. It may seem like kind of a jump, but it's true. It's true. I saw parts of my past lives, but I sped through them rather quickly. I didn't hover around there. In fact, I felt like, having seen and read a lot about near-death experiences, the time I was out of my body was just a second or two of Earth time. But I felt like I was going for an eternity, and it went on and on and on and on. Beautiful. Not like dragging me out. Like, what a sensation. What the hell did I deserve to do this, to get this ride? Which, of course, was later answered to me, my own curiosity. But yeah, we go through more lifetimes than we realize because we have a lot to learn. And if you added up all your lives and mine and so forth, it'd just be infinite mind seeing itself. And that's, to me, the ultimate irony and the beauty of it. Everything is infinite mind seeing itself in some form or another. There's nothing else. There's nothing but infinite mind that manifests and creates everything, including our individuality and our ability to exist in this life or any other life with our own perspective and our own viewpoint. So I think the diversity of experiences, possibilities, universes is absolutely amazing. And only more amazing than that is the fact that they're all unified under one infinite mind that's making or allowing everything to manifest.
People now also are saying they're more aware of other intelligences, whether they're physical or non-physical. There's this sudden knowing that we aren't alone. How do you deal with that?
We are definitely not alone. Now, here's the irony of the situation. There's a lot of different higher intelligence from a lot of different planes. They can manifest here in a lot of ways. They may, Joe may see them and Nancy right next to Joe may not. There's all sorts of ways that they manifest. They're not all from the same place. They're not all in the same category. But infinite mind allows manifestations. Once we get over the physics of things, which we're learning, we can't travel faster than our rockets right now. But once we learn the way to get beyond time and space more efficiently, we will be some of those travelers going to other planets too. Are they coming here with energy and rocket ships and mastering time and space from a level of physics, or are they spiritual beings that just travel instantly anywhere and happen to manifest here in something that we can make sense of, like a rocket ship or an alien or whatever? I believe in all possibilities. I really do. What I experienced was, every possibility that can happen will happen. But does it happen in our universe? Well, think of it this way. If you're going down the street and you make a right turn, that's the universe that you exist in that you helped create. If you make a left turn, it ain't the same universe it would be if you made a right turn. There's infinite universes. We create them as we go along, so do other people. So not to avoid the specificity of who these higher mind are, they're from everywhere. They're from every level of consciousness. Now, I don't necessarily believe that you can use the realms of time and space to travel across or manifest in different ways to screw with people. Maybe I'm an optimist. I don't believe they can do like Russia.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an optimist.
Right.
In fact, I am an optimist. But I'm sure can be some there can probably be some jerks out there on the highway that can get into our time and space. But bottom line, our human consciousness, our individual human consciousness, is stronger than anything. Now, it doesn't mean Putin can't kill you or an alien can't kill you or fear can't kill you. But then you're in heaven, so there's no problem. Quit worrying.
Yeah. You've ascended.
And while we're here, we're always connected to infinite mind if we choose to be so. We'll still get curved balls. We'll get ups and downs. We'll go through cycles, but we can be more protected, more secure, more happy, more sane than we believe if we start pushing that button rather than the fear panic button. And a lot of things in life, if you go through a test and experience a challenge, let's say it's a test, and next week you take this test today, next week you get all the answers. Great. Next week you can figure what you did wrong, figure what you did right, correct your path, right? But if we got all those answers before we went through the test, they wouldn't make a damn bit of sense.
Right.
You have to go through the challenge, then you get the information, then you can apply that information. Because if you got the information and didn't go through the challenge, you wouldn't know how to put it into play. You wouldn't know how it could help you.
Basically, you're able to do a reading without even using the stones because you already are tapping into somebody's energy. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very definitely. Yeah, I think of things and instantly what I'm looking at, just like you, the football field. I'll have a question, I'll be open my eyes, or I'll just glance around and I'll look at my toolbox and it'll say you got all the tools you need. Mm-hmm. In fact, on a very practical level, I tell people this, I use psychic ability on a very practical level too. Of course. What it's there for, to make your life better. 12 years ago, I was frantically going from one room to the next trying to find my car keys, jerking drawers open and all this. And then after about 5 minutes of that frantic nonsense, I took a deep breath and went, wait, this ain't working. I'm just mad and angry and I'm expecting my keys to just jump up. Well, they ain't going to if I'm in that mindset. So I'm changing my mindset. Higher mind, you get with my synapses, with my memory, y'all figure it out. I'm going about my day. Just allow the keys to just pop up, if you will. It'll be winter for you, winter for me, no headache for anybody, okay? Not sure if it would work or not. But I vowed that to myself when I was in the office through the final drawer, and I walked in to get a cup of coffee, and where are my keys? They're right next to the microwave. And I grabbed them immediately and went, wow, that was a quick response. And as I held my keys, I could feel my guides tell me, say, the keys cannot walk. So they couldn't come to you, but your system works. Try it. Tell other people about it. I have used that system for 12 years to find stuff. I'd never go looking for something that I misplaced. I think about it. I let my mind, my body, my spirit, my guides lead me toward it with no hassle. And it's worked just about every time. I lost a phone once, but it was a piece of junk, and I didn't miss it. It was one of the crappy old phones I bought for $40, a Chinese ZTE or some crap, you know. But I 6 months ago, or a year ago, I was working on some stuff fixing some electronic equipment, got some tools out of my trunk, working on them. Somewhere in that process, I emptied the recycling bin, went back to my tools. I need to get some more tools. Didn't find where are my keys. Yeah. I need my keys to open my trunk again. I know they're around, but I didn't spot them. So I'm just meditating for a moment on, okay, guides, help me find my keys. And as I meditated for a minute, I thought the first thing I see when I open my eyes is going to be a sign to tell me exactly where my keys are. Why not? And I opened my eyes, and there's a screwdriver, a big one that I had left right between my feet, pointing right over the recycling bin. So clearly. I walked over the recycling bin. Yep. When I turned the recycling pan upside down, I had the keys in my hand, forgot about them, dropped them to the bottom of the recycling bin. Emptied that whole recycling bin on the ground outside. At the very bottom are my keys. I would have never even looked there.
Yeah.
I never thought about looking there. Moral of the story, use your psychic, spiritual ability, your mind, your guides, your heart, your intentions to make practical things work better. Not to just get a better seat in heaven eventually, to make life better here now for yourself and everybody. So I encourage everybody to use it practically, whether it's becoming fearless, whether it's putting things in perspective. You know, I have some very serious back problems. I can barely walk, and I'm in constant pain from my neck to the bottom of my feet, tingling all the time. I do not take pain medication. I got off that crap several years ago. So I meditate, and I just count my blessings every day that, hell, at least I still got legs. Count your blessings. You'd be surprised what meditation and attitude can do for your life, to relieve stress, to make things work, to turn on your miracles, to start seeing signs like you do, to start seeing signs like I do all the time, and to make practical use of infinite mind to make your life work better. It's a win-win. You're not cheating anybody. You're getting the benefit of the train moving. You know?
Back to the things that you saw on your flashcards right now in this moment, going forward.
I'm not surprised at the Ukraine war, not because of politics or Russia or Ukraine. I just saw so many skirmishes that would push the maybe the patience of the countries around them and maybe the international community. But, of course, we've been having those since 1980, whether it's been Palestine or Serbia or this. So I saw a lot of skirmishes. And, again, I saw in probably a millisecond of Earth time hundreds of flashcards. Sometimes I can't even remember them. For example, about 2 years ago, when COVID came out, right as I was falling asleep one night, I was thinking about what I went through in that experience. And then all of a sudden, I remembered seeing this Earth that was starting to be covered in ink, like a cartoon, like ink or black oil seeping from one continent to the next. I realized at that moment that was COVID-19. That was COVID-19. I saw that, but I didn't see it in terms of a virus. I saw it in terms of something that's spreading across the whole world. I have seen a lot of the political discourse, the political upheaval, and we're right in the middle of it now. Everybody in every country's pissed off about something.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, a whole
I
lot
mean,
of
everybody's
hot.
arguing, blaming it on somebody else. You know, they did it. They caused it. Yeah, well, we all cause our own problems, and we can always point the finger at some other person. And some people are guilty. Putin is definitely guilty for invading Ukraine. That's a given. Let's figure out what we can do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems in life that we will see, and like I said, there's so many. Every day you can turn on the TV and see rampant murders and insanity. Me being able to point them out specifically in advance, I've never tried to do. And even in my book, I only wrote about a paragraph about all this stuff I saw because I wasn't sure and I didn't want to freak everybody out.
Right.
But as I wrote in my book, I saw all this chaos and social upheaval and so forth. But I also saw the other side of it, where there really is a beautiful new beginning for the whole human race. I don't think it's next week. I think it's coming in the next 100 years, 50 years, 75 years. It's not a particular date. It's a transition. And we are going through the transition now, whether you want to say from the Pisces age to the Aquarian age or the second coming or whatever. And this couldn't have happened 50 years ago like it is now
Right.
because we have communications. We can see everything that's going on in the world everywhere now. Something about the timing makes this time perfect for this upheaval because we can know about it. And we need to clean out the garbage and clean off find the holes in the boat,
Right.
fix the flaws and everything for everything to work. And if we can't fix them if we don't see them. So we're getting a real good education about what needs to be fixed. That's why I'm an optimist. And I think we'll pull it off. I mean, we may lose a lot of people in war and famine and all the other stuff, hatred, anger. humankind will be around a long time. We're going to explore space. We're going to go way out into the universe, but not till we clean up our garbage here and figure out how to make each other happy and sane. Yeah. That's the first step. Peace on earth first.
I do like the fact that what you're seeing, you're also seeing that resolution, that over the hump.
Over the hump is so beautiful. The hump's only lasting, 25, 50, 100 years, depending on how you want to calculate it. The other side is a long-term higher consciousness for all humanity. We will go there. That's our destiny. Higher mind planned it so we could come out ahead as human beings, separate human beings, but it also made it such that we have free will and have to realize what we have to do to bring it into play. I suppose higher mind could have created a perfect paradise forever, like supposedly the Garden of Adam and Eden or whatever, Garden of Eden. But no, we have to bring it in. We have to make the decisions to implement it. Otherwise, it'd just be useless. If you want to make a bicycle, great, make one. But the fact that your neighbors made one does not make you the maker of that one. Sorry.
If anybody needs help and is curious about their own, all of a sudden having the ability to read minds or, know what's coming in the next 2 or 3 weeks, you're also able to coach people and give them a little bit of a guidance for getting through this and over it.
Oh, absolutely. And I suggest to people, don't be afraid. If your consciousness starts expanding, you have no idea how big it can expand, so it can't give you the answer in advance. It can't tell you what degree you're going to get when. It'll kind of let you into the college, into the university if you want to go. But yeah, you can take a bunch of Quaaludes and stop all your premonitions completely, or you can grease the wheel and learn to use them, put them into play. Don't be afraid. Grow with them, evolve, because we all have that ability. The things our society is going through, there's so much. I mean, every day you watch so much on the news. There's so many happenings every day. But again, I don't try to predict them all, but I do see the overall change as an optimist. We are going to fix our society and ourselves. It's painful, it's long, it's not easy, but it's necessary. And on the other side is not the 1,000 years of peace, but a long, long time of peace. Because I think we'll learn during this part of the 20th, 21st century what we need to do or should have done or have to do. And if we don't learn what we should have done or need to do or have to do, we're not going to progress.
Okay.
We got to see what needs to be fixed. And so we're getting a good education to it. Don't fear. Everybody goes through fear, like I said, but we do not have to stay there. And the only way to become fearless is going through that fear and going, wow, it didn't kill me, so maybe it made me a little wiser. Well, of course it will, if you let it.
The book, A Second in Eternity, or Lithomancy, The Psychic Art of Reading Stones, both are available on your website. I'm guessing also it looks like Amazon, Kindle, wherever, you buy books.
Correct. They can go to lithomancy.com. They can see a lot of my information. You can also go to GaryWimmer.com. That's my main page. I'm also an actor and a writer and a musician, but there's 4 cards there, 4 pictures for the actor, writer, musician, and psychic. If you click on the psychic one, it'll take you to Gary Wimmer /psychic, which is the same website as Lithomancy. It shows my rates, my contact information, and people can email me, GW@GaryWimmer.com. Call me, leave me a message, 512-707-0836. But I get a lot of telemarketing calls, so you'll have to leave a message. My phone rings 20 times a day with spam calls, and I just can't stand it. So you'll have to leave a clear message with your number, and I'll get back with you, or email me. I'm pretty good at what I do. I enjoy doing it. I do get a lot of good compliments on it, and I thank the universe for helping me become empowered enough to help other people. Because I've certainly done my part, but the universe has certainly done its part to show me that it's possible. Show me how to get through fear. Show me how to help other people. Again, folks, ask and you shall receive. Not everything. But if you ask for 5 things and you practice them with good intentions, and good intentions matter. If you're asked to crush all your enemies, you're just screwing yourself up.
Yeah, The Rolling Stones, you may not get what you want, but you will get what you need.
I think that's the most brilliant song.
Uh-huh.
So simple. And only Mick Jagger could say it about, saw her today at the reception.
Yeah, Gary the singer. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, because I think right now there are the stories I've heard with people just being totally astounded by their abilities and wondering what the heck is happening. You've been there, done that, and so you can give them a clue.
What's happening is higher mind is saying, hey, you ready to tune in? Higher mind is saying, hey, you want to look at things in a whole new way? Higher mind is saying, you get to choose whether to grow with this little thing you feel and enhance your power or to not. We have free will, but if you choose to grow and evolve and you ask your guides to help you, that's all you can do. That's the best you can do. Nothing's guaranteed in life except two things, change and death. Stuff will change, we will die, period. But that doesn't mean you can't make a great life, have a great marriage, great kids, whatever, do great things. So between the time of now and when you're no longer here, use every moment to appreciate, every moment to ask the universe to help you see the signs, every moment to grow. Life throws enough crap. Don't add to it.
Yes, that's right.
Add the beauty, add the power. Ask for it in practice, and you'll be surprised. And don't be worried if you're starting to pick up new things, because if you all of a sudden went to the extreme I did, and I'd been involved in psychic phenomena for 20 years before this happened, 10 years. So, yeah, it took me by surprise, too, and the intensity of it absolutely blew me away. But the fact was and is, my higher mind, my guides, my monitors, they were protecting me. They are there. They will help you. They will protect. I didn't realize till 6 months after this experience in 1977 that I'd asked them for this. I forgot about that.
The fine print.
I didn't put it into those simple terms. I kept saying, why didn't I get this? Thank you, guys, but why me? And they finally said, you always asked. You wanted to know. In other words, that goes to everybody.
Yeah.
You really want to know? Ask. You really want to grow? You can do it. You really want to become fearless? It's possible. You really want to put into context why you're going through changes? Changes are oftentimes the only way life has to show us what we need to learn next. We don't know that. Life often shows us that.
I think you probably have people waiting to hear from you to do readings, right?
I'm not busy 24 hours a day. I try not to be. I don't want to do readings all day long. I could work online and work for a lot of agencies. If people find me and locate me and want to get a reading, fine. I figure if they don't find me and don't locate me, that's fine too, because, I don't do readings all day long.
Excellent.
I'm 74. I do a lot of things in my life. I'm fixing my garage and dealing with cars and other crap. If people get in touch with me, I will set up a time. I will do a reading. I will record it and give you a link to hear it back. I can't answer every question every time, but I'm pretty good. I get a lot of reviews because I tell people what they need to know about what they're going through now and why. That's what I specialize. What you're going through and why. Not every little detail of month and day and time, and will this come through on Tuesday or whatever, because that can all change. But what's not so variable is why you're here, why you're going through what you're going through now. I relate it to the specific details of what someone's going through, whether it's a divorce or a settlement or a new job or a move or whatever. You can't change the past, you can't change anything, but you can surely use this moment and forward to carve a new path or improve your path. It's not written in stone. The future is a lot less written in stone than we think. The past is written in stone, period.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for talking with me.
Wendy, it's always a pleasure, my dear. You stay empowered. Love your voice, too, by the way. I forgot how smooth and tantalizing your voice is.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
And that laugh.
I'll
Love
take
it, girl. Love it. Well, thank you for your time, Wendy. Always a pleasure to talk with you and be on your show. And keep me posted, girl.
Gary Wimmer. Website, GaryWimmer.com. My website, the WordPress blog site, is talkingtonightlights.com. And I'll add the links in the description for the show. And a reminder from Gary.
So to everybody who's got fear and doubt and confusion, well, welcome to the human race. We all go through it, but we don't have to stay there. The number one resource you have, everybody has, is your connection to infinite mind.
Thanks for listening.